よし。よし。ということで、英単語音読していきます。画像にもある通り、まずはね、こちら。されてる。なぜうん。再接続されたのでいいでしょう。じゃあいきます。allow, suggest, produce, decide, offer, require, share, store, tend, concern, describe, involve, reduce, design, force. limit, bear, affect, deal, avoid, relate, realize. encourage, compare, measure, exist, mark, challenge, depend, object, demand, found, complete, idea, accord, company, interest. research, cause, reason, effect, influence, situation, environment, scale. matter, view, value, species, thought, knowledge, memory, practice, benefit, theory, issue, experiment, article, focus, subject, project, quality, role, term, statement, material, evidence, source, community, technology, culture, appropriate, likely, possible, individual, public, common. certain, similar, recent, major, patient, particular, physical, various. available, native, political, due, blank, ancient, correct, despite. まず100個。notice, refer, approach, wonder, imagine, recognize, solve, occur, argue, claim, express, draw, waste, advance, spread, prepare, gain, achieve, establish, supply, suppose. perform, prefer, prefer, determine, treat, prove, apply, mention, communicate, contain, contact, regard, respect, search, connect, decline, prevent, suffer, survive, publish, opportunity, task, industry, medium, economy, policy, account, trade, model, figure, sell, image, emotion, stress, decade, range, character, advantage, phase. damage, impact, method, resource, region, medicine, derail, feature, function, access, item, income, attitude, site, aspect, fracture, habit, link, instance, positive, negative, complex, current, mental, specific, significant, essential, official, financial, academic, aware, worth, potential, active, digital, mobile, novel, plastic, chemical, necessary, eventually. 200 identify, represent, indicate, manage, attend, maintain, survey, replace, sold, conduct, associate, attempt, promote, earn, unite, feed, seek, observe, reveal, estimate, reflect, attract, decrease, ignore, match, define, adapt, contribute, exchange, display, respond, hide, doubt, remove, wind, assume, relax, satisfy, desire, succeed, concept, passion, device, charge, contrast, colleague, pain, bill, content, section, audience, surface, crop, topic, technique, status, option, reward, race, crime, conflict, struggle, context, debate, fuel, pollution, trend, balance, traffic, strategy, basis, consequence, aim, ancestor, gene, track, revolution, progress, cognitive, ideal, efficient, universal, vast, extra, entire, familiar, obvious, moral, ordinary, equal, previous, false, rare, legal, independent, extreme, actual, willing, urban, whereas. 300、predict, examine, trust, stick, emerge, vary, release, divide, enable, judge, rely, engage, shift, adapt, acquire, expand, refuse, strike, repeat, consume, confuse, select, evolve, convince, recall, destroy, preserve, organize, warn, address, operate, participate, surround, floor, bore, complain, host, combine, extend, appreciate, target, element, principle, phenomenon, atmosphere, origin, personality, capacity, profit, circumstance, manner, threat, institution, authority, vote, site, campaign, found, web, symbol, analysis, version, perspective, crisis, disaster, lecture, psychology. 画面どっち見た方がいいんかな。ちょっと待ってね。画面2窓でこれでいいか。そうだな。よし。Gender, custom, code, desert, soil, agriculture, fossil, document, vocabulary, intelligent, conscious, capable, accurate, fundamental, artificial, farm, overall, rural, military, nuclear, biological, constant, severe, visual, enormous, convenient, domestic, mass, typical, overseas, nevertheless, 400。400で10分。1900あるから、単純計算。5倍。まあ50分か。demonstrate, behave, educate, purchase, recommend, admit, generate, explore, amaze, tear, settle, afford, conclude, advertise, encounter, remind, locate, aid, bite, deliver, perceive, distinguish, imply, handle, praise, appeal, insist, compete, rank, deny, reject, intend, expose, favor, inspire, propose, spell, breathe, repair, consist, comment, instruction, religion, neighborhood, laboratory, presence, confidence, harm, instrument, category, capital, outcome, notion, review, trait, diversity, victim, occasion, facility, stock, conference, humanity, dialect, proportion, tip, lawyer, staff, comfort, psychology, philosophy, mammal, quantity, landscape, tribe, organ, trial, norm, code, substance, multiple, enormous, numerous, narrow, widespread, sufficient, proper, linguistic, annual, contemporary, contrary, strict, civil, odd, unknown, superior, sensitive, violent, virtual, regardless, immediate, crucial, somewhat, 500。しょしょ。よし、501から。interpret, translate, concentrate, request, criticize, overcome, obtain, inform, ensure, announce, grant, freeze, oppose, defer, hate, emphasize, employ, credit, transform, construct, arise, beat, regret, alter, absorb, disappoint, cure, transport, rush, hang, blame, ban, fascinate, recover, celebrate, manufacture, interact, arrange, adjust, confirm, insight, innovation, budget, fee, expense, debt, loan, duty, alarm, emergency, democracy, minister, fellow, candidate, cooperation, stereotype, root, disorder, depression, weapon, immigration, barrier, disadvantage, mood, notion, routine, discipline, myth, hypothesis, physician, client, colony, statistics, grain, ingredient, treasure, contract, welfare, prime, curious, dramatic, distinct, anxious, vital, conventional, abstract, minor, extraordinary, stable, flexible, brief, aggressive, visible, unexpected, ethnic, alien, initial, exact, precise, latter, 600. Commit, stimulate, enhance, pursue, react, disagree, stare, abandon, quit, capture, transfer, bother, persuade, rent, breed, invest, reserve, trace, illustrate, advise, convey, attach, stretch, puzzle, disturb, crush, cope, permit, impress, suspect, upset, frighten, import, export, investigate, monitor, calculate, eliminate, ease, launch, sequence, therapy, symptom, incident, witness, sum, burden, tone, honor, award, priority, logic, minimum, exception, clue, bond, virus, surgery, insurance, frame, shelter, territory, boundary, habitat, district, conservation, harvest, predator, trap, trick, fault, discount, buyers, corporation, patent, dialogue, component, reputation, verbal, internal, solid, remote, principal, sophisticated, equivalent, rational, relevant, absolute, frequent, permanent, intense, meaningful, evil, extinct, random, raw, rude, mere, tropical, fourth. Possess, dominate, guarantee, melt, embarrass, discourage, detect. Devote, urge, lend, restrict, isolate, accompany, exhaust. Annoy, endanger, knowledgeable, admire, evaluate, declare, secure, specialize. Attribute, pretend, bury, reverse, resist, scare, imitate, assist, resemble, retire, neglect, collapse, reform, protest, owe, sustain, assign, accomplish, wisdom, literacy, heritage, mission, license, elite, layer, motor, protein, professional, profession, editor, agent, globe. Haven, role, surface, sacrifice, means, session, league, contest, guard, opponent. Glance, divorce, tissue, liquid, inequality. Prejudice, justice, guideline. Platform, sector, channel, glacier, primate, usage, fortune, correlation. Unfamiliar, subtle, plain, marine, apparent, reluctant, temporary, guilty. おっし。A が終わって、ここからやや難易度上がって B に入っていきます。800OK。B ランクあと7の700。Assess, approve, remark, pose, yield, exhibit, distribute, command, occupy, pop, pile, greet, apologize, frustrate, relieve, derive, deserve, peer, defeat, convert, wed, delight, boost, endure, correspond, impose, rescue, resolve, register, interrupt, read, prohibit, compose, misunderstand, punish, ruin, defend, embrace, modify, qualify, passion, enthusiasm, phase, mode, span, gravity, orbit, asteroid, core, soul, nerve, infection, mole, glossary, new humor, instinct, faith, courage, incentive, prospect, obstacle, architecture, stem, illusion, discrimination, shame, drought, flavor, portion, recipe, luxury, cheap, ritual, sake, prefecture, council, administration, curriculum, precious, generous, casual, optimistic, rough, unpleasant, arctic, ultimate, defeat, genuine, manual, mechanical, instant, spare, immune, harsh, collective, inevitable, profound, steady, mature, likewise, chase, sue, gaze, slip, load, overwhelm, wonder, float, poor, substitute, pronounce, shrink, restore, trigger, grab, retain, reproduce, bob, entertain, interfere, cultivate, underlie, anticipate, justify, regulate, scan, classify, submit, pose, lean, bump, fold, hesitate, pump, mount, exceed, undergo, confront, consult, fulfill, privilege, formation, dimension, neuron, sensation, chart, geography, panel, semester, workforce, meal, abuse, vice, fate, tragedy, scenario, allergy, wound, antibiotic, vaccine, metaphor, folk, fair, transition, maximum, galaxy, mineral, charm, ambition, prominent, radical, prompt, informal, mutual, neutral, alert, magnetic, polar, fluent, external, passive, awful, unrelated, cruel, fake, vulnerable, urgent, spiritual, modest, keen, nonetheless, same. よいしょ。あと半分、ほぼ25分または20分かで1005ということは単純計算ターゲット1900あるから50分でパスタンも単語部分は1600あるから40分でこっちパスタの1級は2100あるから1時間1時間と40分ぐらいで50分ぐらいで2時間半3時間順調にいって2時間半頑張って3時間または完走できたら偉い。時間はとにかく完走できたら偉いですね。よし。続き、1001から negotiate, grasp, donate, arrest, crack, tap, split, forecast, exclude, overlook, burst, heal, forbid, install, diminish, cite, quote, dispute, highlight, distract, cheat, foster, obey, bend, deprive, govern, log, transmit, bully, leap, astonish, thrill, nod, bow, blend, complicate, pitch, persist, dedicate, equip, premise, input, merit, sympathy, complement, infrastructure, ray, distress, joint, expedition, adolescent, shade, jury, ethic, penalty, faculty, scheme, nutrition. Particle, molecule, nationality, pole, clinic, dementia, fatigue, dilemma, cue. curve, narrative, fingerprint, file, wilderness, pesticide, panic, fabric, fantasy, fancy, virtue, graceful, valid, elaborate, moderate, dynamic, brave, brilliant, tremendous, oral, innocent, subsequent, shallow, indifferent, inferior, awkward, obese, pregnant, intimate, medieval, sacred, simultaneously, versus, proceed, orient, serve, filter, bind, resort, reinforce, accumulate, bet, advocate, constitute, undertake, grip, dismiss, fade, conceal, chew, swallow, seal, migrate, exaggerate, accuse, vanish, polish, wipe, sweep, mislead, spoil, compound, explode, disgust, commute, decorate, postpone, seize, compromise, elect, extract, inherit, rear, empathy, cue, enterprise, output, congress, millennium, mankind, Muslim, estate, landmine, caution, controversy, consensus, retail, fiber, scent, beverage, to supplement, diabetes, province, reef, microbe, excess, gallery, fame, deadline, undergraduate, slavery, prey, mass, recession, retreat, grave, column, scenery, plot, sculpture, tablet, dance, toxic, acid, bitter, sensible, novel, vague, parallel, tense, vertical, indigenous, aboriginal, seasonal, abundant, hybrid, irrelevant, ridiculous, fairy, sensory, chronic, voluntary, inclined. 1200。ああ。へえ。Infer, esteem, tackle, venue, accelerate, accustom, amuse, flourish, thrive, nurture, click, spin, clip, drag, cast, scatter, tempt, withdraw, yarn, blink, die, spill, irritate, insult, enforce, rob, drain, suspend, drift, forgive, revise, recruit, twist, crush, pin, uncover, exploit, implement, integrate, incorporate, profile, appetite, impulse, script, anniversary, pension, temper, cortex, syndrome, chamber, utility, cattle, herd, fluid, pity, priest, acquaintance, offspring, feminine, deforestation, jail, commodity, format, recipient, drill, inability, republic, combat, debris, berg, fraction, index, intuition, motive, consent, hierarchy, monument, asset, decent, competent, straightforward, cosmetic, delicate, interior, transparent, aesthetic, deliberate, demographic, prehistoric, innate, mild. ややばててきた。toxic, ashamed, humble, peculiar, steep, trivial, magnificent, wireless, ongoing. 1300。いやー、ちょっとペース落ちるな。早いよな。よし。assure, precede, revive, compel, blossom, terrify, violate, suppress, deceive, manipulate, starve, flee, whisper, yell, deposit, confine, swing, prolong, depict, outline, shed, emit, renew, utilize, assert, strain, strive, dire, boast, startle, offend, compute, assemble, worsen, flip, rub, descend, compensate, comprise, prevail, quest, dignity, criterion, paradox, parliament, legislation, agenda, mainstream, troop, epidemic, outbreak, chaos, nightmare, horror, cluster, pollen, hive, irrigation, dose, suicide, feast, cuisine, rumor, prove, tomb, monk, worship, outstanding, unprecedented, infinite, worthwhile, indispensable, compulsory, probable, ambiguous, obscure, skeptical, fragile, static, gradual, vocal, vivid, imperial, hostile, superficial, scarce, gross, inherent, notable, update, refresh, bloom, conquer, induce, attain, spray, retrieve, portray, scratch, designate, contradict, sigh, disrupt, depart, navigate, beg, inhibit, diagnose, comprehend, oblige, cram, flock, underestimate, clarify, spark, seize, soar, glow, disguise, distort, undermine, abolish, strip, dispose, dump, weave, refine, enrich, coordinate, deadline, internship, outlet, remedy, peel, reception, transaction, mutation, dairy, compassion, posture, curse, funeral, census, encyclopedia, serial, fragment, patch, rubbish, maze, outlook, breakthrough, triumph, alley, spectre, spectator, sphere, county, behave, interval, circulation, blade, theft, vacuum, collision, bargain, bargain, landmark, revenue, treaty, stream, thorough, naked, sincere, tame, insufficient, dim, acute, disabled, metropolitan, mandatory, alternate, partial, divine, drastic, fierce, soul, spontaneous, spatial, neat, tidy, loyal. よし。はあ。いやいやいやと。Hey.よし、再開します。Bless, regain, conform, enroll, entitle, hold, provoke, invade, squeeze, crawl, digest, utter, refrain, populate, accommodate, steer, drone, dip, soak, steer, transplant, reassure, resume, speculate, surpass, appoint, intrigue, decay, contaminate, swell, delete, tolerate, envy, pray, confess. Resign, dissolve, unfold, awaken, conceive, entrepreneur, stake, surplus, inflation, sweatshop, clash, sociology, ideology, margin, realm, domain, algorithm, prairie, frontier, bullet, shield, despair, radiation, placebo, nursery, spouse, makeup, mummy, flesh, limb, order, laundry, tide, questionnaire, nonsense, revenge, intellect, hospitality. Librarian, manuscript, obsession, hygiene, paradigm, legitimate, authentic, empirical, immense. Absurd, absurd, weird, accidental, uneasy, jealous, feminine, swift, hollow, crude, sour, pessimistic, vain, susceptible, edible, sheer, explicit, prone, affluent. Collaborate, exert, excel, prosper, surge, intervene, insert, overtake, snap, carve, addict, condemn, convict, dictate, prescribe, inhibit, stray. バツきた roam, enclose, execute, coincide, lack, clink, erase, grind, knit, inquire, betray, leak, smash, bounce, sprawl, converse, recite, disregard, frown, evoke, pledge, aspire, contemplate, grace, enlightenment, commerce, draft, barrel, timber, garment, thread, cabinet, bureau, autonomy, toll, disclosure, superstition. Glimpse, arithmetic, glossary, archive, legacy, anthropology, rage, sorrow, psychiatrist, word, stole, flame, moisture, irony, warrior, astronomy, probe, altitude, tumor. Defect, sanitation, longevity, scope, sentiment, plausible, vigorous, masculine, rigid, adverse, coherent, literal, arbitrary, anonymous, antique, eternal, intermediate, subordinate. Gloomy, thermal, faint, naive, apt, arrogant, extrovert, conspicuous, intact. あと200 embody, illuminate, console, verify, disclose, stack, rotate, constrain. Hinder, withstand, tweet, sneeze, erupt, blur, overlap, embed, displace, render. Plunge, surrender, plug, suck, mock, tease, soothe, stain, shun. Stable, 違うな stumble, flush, impair, presume, content, roar, haunt, divert, await. Fetch, unify, inspect, entail, tactics, feat, prestige, analogy, conscience. Textile, deficit, plague, hazard, metabolism, paralysis, grid, carriage, friction. Rebel, regime, monopoly, staple, merchandise, vendor, supervisor, predecessor, personnel, vessel, river, duration, certificate, geometry, cemetery, biography, masterpiece, rhyme, premium, breakdown, courtesy, protocol, specimen, thesis, eligible, intrinsic, diligent, vocational, bankrupt, stern, stubborn, maternal, fertile, ripe, stiff, obsolete, vacant, acoustic, preliminary, approximate, implicit, punctual, compatible, ample, pervasive, ubiquitous. あと100きた。うわdeduce, simulate, merge, penetrate, cater, assault, torture, bleed, erect, cherish, arouse, doom, mourn, dread, nourish, inject, swear, bid, corrupt, preoccupy, browse, compile, allocate, offset, restrain, comply, expire, embark, flap, furnish, forge, thrust, dispatch, resent, reconcile, allege, oppress, expel, ascend, commence, advent, reign, diplomacy, embassy, exile, refuge, flight, solitude, fallacy, latitude, eclipse, basin, erosion, archaeology, errand, mercy, rhetoric, verse, congestion, sewage, compliment, subsidy, mortgage, attorney, outfit, bulk, reunion, synthesis, mold, thirst, greed, bribe, contempt, texture, offer, harassment, hay, doctrine, holistic, libel, earnest, intelligible, abrupt, reckless, furious, eloquent, juvenile, notorious, timid, humid, contagious, cynical, dumb, monotonous, perpetual, dizzy, weary, numb, mortal, zealous. よっしゃー、終わりました。ふぅ。よし、こちら。ターゲット1900。まずは一冊 OK です。うわ 喉が痛い。よいしょ。よし、続きいきますか。画像を変えます。次これ。パス単純級読んできます。いけるとこまで。よし、せーの。Last, affect, claim, ship, issue, purchase, occur, deal, consume, present, hire, regard, fine, transfer, decline, eliminate, indicate, ensue, expand, address, identify, construct, invest, obtain, struggle, counter, associate, register, reveal. Species, diet, site, sell, facility, practice. Resident, option, organ, critic. Region, tax, access, virus, view, evidence, attempt, account, theory, factor. Stock, chemical, media, income, supply, shortage, poverty, criminal, budget, authority. Genome, atmosphere, aid, measure, subject, decade, weapon, nutrient. Expense, structure. Adolescent, procedure, minimum, fuel, resource, regulation, contract, insurance, employment, ban. Vehicle, soil, cargo, aircraft, current, political, significant, effective, military, due, essential, illegal, immune, numerous, extreme, general, agricultural, overall, additional, entire, severe。100個。まあ序盤はいいですね。終盤難しくなるから。肩こる。いと。よし、101から。alter, adapt, vote, determine, enable, conduct, direct, absorb, imply. Operate, demonstrate, boost, prove, monitor, defeat, protest, target, preserve, oppose, migrate, analyze, discourage, confirm, intend, predict, extend, figure, transportation, institution, theft, candidate, mammal, economist, protein, immigrant, property, fund, habitat. Symptom, eruption, quantity, add, saving, territory, threat, sufferer, emission, executive, strategy, riot, district, election, medication, breed, conflict, productivity, organism, representative, warehouse, refund とか、tuition, range, victim, dose, mainland, waterfall, satellite, evolution, prey, bystander, creature, civilization, tribe, permission, barrier, wage, drone, appearance, embassy, skeleton, wildlife, potential, limited, rural, advanced, beneficial, genetic, radical, hostile, fit, long-term, archaic, minor, risky, complex, competitive, immediate. Religious, related, affordable, 200. Donate, lessen, manufacture, commute, exaggerate, suspect, acquire, reintroduce, reschedule, adapt, generate, guarantee, dump, update, classify, acknowledge, enforce, renew, overlook, evaluate, commit, argument, archaeologist, reputation, fossil, status, contrast, workplace, equality, colleague, assistance, luxury, outbreak, counsel, pottery, assessment, particle, radiation, priority, content, destination, mime, injury, lottery, teacher, labor, diabetes, bulb, resume, mud, psychology, corporation, ecosystem, promotion, administration, compliant, debt, requirement, workforce, preference, refugee, inhabitant, subscription, recipient, shift, vessel, ingredient. 喉がqualified, widespread, alternative, harsh, enormous, specific, artificial, toxic, flexible, latest, former, capable, practical, mechanical, federal, aggressive, adequate, unexpected, attractive, sufficient, costly, eventually, otherwise, previously, relatively, consequently, constantly, typically, very, despite, per, beneath, whereas, post, reject, consult, obey, engage, restore, colonize, interact, inspire, sue, estimate, strengthen, carve, convince, propose, blame, collapse, import, load, pollute, spot, prescription, duty, union, concept, root, survival, mainstream, maintain, maintenance か formation, educator, kidney, nutrition, brand, shortage, firm, statistics, toll, tip, CEO, circumstance, outsider, reduction, settlement, divorce, likelihood, livestock, possession, plot, category, welfare, moisture, obesity, grant, layer, secretary, anxiety, ownership, foundation, division, establishment, conservation, murder, presence, paradox, prisoner, surgeon, frequency, port, reception, co-worker, rust, athletic, voyage, ecologist, soul, isolated, biased, multiple, critical, remote, encouraging, underground, stable, domestic, shallow, willing, superior, profitable, solid, tremendous, intellectual, chief, steady, evil, coastal, dairy, dairy, digestive, loyal, sensory, fancy. バテてきた。パスタン準1級、ターゲットと被るところも多くありますね。ターゲットだけでも準1級いけそうな気もします。よし、401。 spoil, stimulate, distract, burgeon, emerge, browse, define, adjust, deserve, undergo, contradict, withdraw, accompany, infect, rebel, convert, calculate, utilize, admit, punish, approve, owe, proceed, navigate, postpone, swallow, tailor, overhear, consequence, application, work out, obstacle, treaty, deforestation, infrastructure, contribution, congestion, exposure, blow, participation, crisis, ancestor, architect, existence, deposit, finance, awareness, intake, witness, coverage, lawsuit, session, means, pioneer, satisfaction, basis, element, phenomenon, scale, journal, grain, continent, headquarters, globalization, brochure, inspection, attendance, copper, dozen, flu, burial, mold, patch, diagram, placement, shame, wheelchair, experience, initial, mainstream, appropriate, fake, alert, fatal, nutritious, sophisticated, automatic, raw, slight, man-made, aging, spiritual, endangered, sticky, fertile 出てきた。やっぱターゲットと被ってる。elsewhere, altogether, strictly, beforehand, likewise. おっしゃ。とりあえずデルト A、OK。デルト B、501から、せーの。detect, combat, pose, emphasize, highlight, resist, exceed, relocate, disprove, crawl, foster, harness, harass, magnify, sneak, stray, worsen, advocate, evacuate, verify, abuse, scatter, endorse, modify, penetrate, conform, leave, tissue, gut, lightning, camel, antioxidant, disorder, cattle, oath, monument, heating, germ, legend, auditorium, therapy, heritage, invasion, instruction, extinction, creativity, plantation, drought, wealth, reminder, inquiry, investigation, boundary, compartment, substitute, hybrid, characteristic, routine, edge, incident, clue, removal, outcome, altitude, closure, compound, compound, surplus, vaccine, reference, obligation, ritual, mean, choral, novel, relevant, efficient, fragile, impressive, offensive, distinct, temporary, arrogant, spacious, reasonable, substantial, disabled, straightforward, tame, mandatory, edible, outstanding, deadly, petty, definitely, roughly, virtually, apparently, unfairly, briefly, aside, legally, result, submit, originate, regret, cooperate, revise, restrict, occupy, fade, relieve, suppress, starve, scratch, unite, grip, surrender, twist, remodel, triple, drown, lean, soak, hover, interrupt, socialize, termite, microbe, beverage, paperwork, dissident, sculpture, handout, replacement, minister, stream, predator, observer, commission, committee, junk, departure, description, supervisor, guidance, landscape, crew, drain, stereotype, edition, graphic, pathway, reunion, cliff, coordinator, depth, lever, monopoly, usage, chart, expectancy, nowhere, courthouse, cove, dock, ministry, inflammation, cholesterol, gender, depression, stem, personnel, controversy, recognition, applicant, anthropologist, sewage, acceptable, nuclear, morale, marine, conventional, awful, consistent, perimeter, mature, unfamiliar, impractical, unpredictable, misleading, plentiful, Mediterranean, unsafe, bare, feeble, horrible, cynic, supplementary, nosy, intermediate, universal. Wow. Yeah. Ah.ああ、立つか。ああ、疲れた。立ち音読ですね。Capture, arise, implement, reproduce, seize, dominate, complicate, scan, negotiate, illustrate, encounter, confine, transmit, administer, ease, resume, pursue, decay, shrink, cherish, launch, accommodate, withstand, halt, transform, transplant, retail, abandon. Developer, circulation, appliance, bond, circuit, innovation, infant, transaction, celebrity, checkup. Makeup, respondent, well-being, flow, strain, rivalry, publicity, consent, addiction, profession. Sacrifice, nerve, assumption, context, error, trait, voucher, draft, blaze, currency, stance, fluid, dispute, counterpart, perception, custody, venue, dread, incentive, disgust, province, proponent, commercial, excessive, vulnerable, protective, secure, obvious, reluctant, confident, intelligent, barren, epidemic, reliable, curious, hasty, behavioral, bulky, faulty, hectic, knowledgeable, tense, intact, comprehensive, hesitant, scarce, defensive, permanently, nonetheless, primarily, internationally, abruptly. 800半分か。あと800 outsource, upload, bride, replicate, store, swell, uphold, vomit, expire, recruit, enhance, accumulate, designate, conceal, disregard, accelerate, revive, enact, exert, leak, jail, reform, declare, outline, annoy, interfere, nest, founder, biologist, agreement, landfill, trunk, principle, series, independence, exploration, justice, humanity, involvement, accounting, discrimination, inequality, master, millennium, refusal, wound, absence, distribution, wilderness, concentration, craft, crust, basement, janitor, prejudice, propensity, robbery, warranty, appetite, bullet, preparation, citizenship, stale, disadvantaged, ongoing, sturdy, unauthorized, verbal, wary, equivalent, intense, consecutive, noticeable, crucial, electrical, steep, civil, supreme, elite, broad, industrial, allied, external, mayor, latter, presidential, ethical, realistic, harmless, underlying, urgent, complementary, eager, largely, accordingly, occasionally, smoothly, frankly, notably, continuously, compel, distinguish, heighten, ruin, equip, export, glance, notify, overdo, pierce, overestimate, raid, recall, simplify, wrinkle, conspire, imitate, inhale, overrate, synthesize, glide, kidnap, pretend, simmer, though, unfold, detain, puncture, struggle, hygiene, oppression, collaboration, harbor, loan, pedestrian, racism, summit, bug, dirt, maternity, stroke, tail, suddenty, imbalance, incidence, pit, texture, thumb, undergraduate, wisdom, bride, dictator, signature, testament, attachment, bachelor, blister, blockade, blockade, condole, invoice, leisure, meditation, procession, unrest, equator, exhausted, problematic, desirable, geological, rush, solitary, uneven, antique, dense, economical, fictional, gradual, intimate, lengthy, ultimate, victorious, witty, blurry, exceptional, finite, on the job, vacant, cheery, cowardly, immeasurable, impaired, impossible, inactive, inconvenient, superstitious, unpleasant, wicked, ecological, imaginary, ripe. よし。いや。デルド B OK。あと何個だ？これじゃあちょっとコピーして、デルド BOK で、あとデルと C が600と。よし。休むと余計疲れるから行きますか。Disguise, curve, restrain, stumble, diminish, rotate, compress, decode, offset, bid, burst, overtake, retain, litter, prohibit, discipline, yield, sweep, dictate, inject, urge, mimic, roam, assess, boast, brag, repay, overthrow, fulfill, doom, affiliate, assault, testimony, errand, friction, coalition, influx, curse, app, visibility, fabric, collision かこっちは collision、dioxide, orbit, trial, literacy, scheme, completion, expertise, diploma, livelihood, motive, recession, surrounding, torture, fortune, token, trace, venture, physician, perspective, physics, legislation, burn, daring, transparent, tragic, sinister, striking, plural, vital, sensitive, remarkable, minimal, bankrupt, authentic, moderate, alien, prompt, random, decisive, inevitable, acid, climatic, incredible, precise, invariable, stern, indifferent, charitable, massive, comparable, irrational, cynical, overly, literally, voluntary, technically, wholly, approximately, uniquely, bewilder, clutch, discard, enlist, heed, liberate, overlap, reconstruct, shriek, 違うな shriek, sprain, resent, thrive, embrace, excel, extol, enroll, retrieve, degrade, reconcile, contaminate, disrupt, divert, grumble, provoke, outweigh, crave, sustain, disclose, tempt, resign, dismiss, surpass, bounce, bureau, dependency, discomfort, drawback, feast, hydrogen, modernization, objective, pole, ration, revenue, scholarship, upbringing, compliment, excerpt, faith, segment, downturn, temper, fragment, intersection, anarchy, breakup, privilege, exemption, monarch, narrative, sensation, apprentice, chore, hydrogen, dehydrogen, questionable, outdated, forthcoming, gross, overdue, contemporary, drastic, conditional, subjective, exotic, intensive, obscure, tedious, exclusive, decent, considerate, durable, perpetual, proficient, acoustic, geographical, botanical, brutal, commendable, desperate, extravagant, filthy, serene, valid, inherent, merely, somehow, subsequently, deliberately, gently, via, alongside. ふぅ、あと400バテてきた。 あいい。デル年やや読みにくい。まあ集中力なくなってきたっていうのもあるけど、ちょっと突っかかりますね。いやよし、1200から portray, dispatch, quote, amend, betray, wither, omit, fabricate, volatile 違うな violate, allege, integrate, underestimate, escort, facilitate, initiate, convey, populate, reinforce, attain, cheat, deceive, fluctuate 違う frustrate, subsidize, alternate, dedicate, endeavor, intrigue, soar, tease, coffer, forbid, nod, oblige, discontent, disposal, exile, fall, itinerary, persecution, publication, result, sanitation, component, quota, cuisine, detour, inmate, fatigue, uproar, coincidence, correspondence, ballot, competence, enterprise, hazard, explosion, farming, acceptance, leftover, appreciation, wreck, landmark, bewilder 違うな dweller, geometry, stand by, diversity, accuracy, tap, brick, bay, lenient, stubborn, clumsy, perilous, adverse, persistent, outrageous, skeptical, legitimate, corrupt, experimental, improper, spontaneous, unconditional, counterfeit, dizzy, sustainable. Democratic, conservative, fundamental, ambiguous, concrete, cruel, inferior, ample, inaccurate, inadequate, inappropriate, uncertain, vague. よっしゃ、あと300。始めて1時間30分ぐらい。よっしゃ。retreat, revolt, deflect, demote, despise, grasp, summon, expel, redeem, comprise, prevail, eject, falsify, obstruct, depict, tremble, confess, stare, ache, reflect, assert, impose, interpret, devote, deteriorate, contemplate, delegate, propel, recede, scrape, smash, scold, amuse, overhaul, herd, bait, petition, ransom, fragrance, insight, conquest, sincerely, tariff, sanction, sphere, outcast, affair, scandal, allergy, distraction, peasant, burden, faculty, tactics, fair, manner, correlation, weed, command, quota, availability, caution, prevention, reptile, fate, inclination, scorn, contempt 違うな、もしかしていいんか contempt domain, pillar, tender, awkward, fierce, peculiar, genuine, vigorous, gloomy, medieval, subtle, rigid, coarse, humble, slack, trivial, mutual, redundant, premature, attentive, integral, memorable, persuasive, prevalent, unaware, worthwhile, amazing, eligible, vicious, invisible, invalid, rotten。あと200。口が回んないね。Plague, sponsor, owner, remark, incorporate, resolve, sway, inherent. Pile, renovate, maximize, uncover, mislead, opt, outnumber, presume, refine, steer, strive. Thrill, tighten, arouse, buzz, coverage, deduct, disconnect, gossip, wonder, suck. Die, trespass, graze, entrust, peer, molecule, meantime, merit, prospect. Chatter, funeral, methodology, bundle, burglar, canyon, duration, fountain, genius, grassland. Interval, longevity. Mode, needle, organizer, rehearsal, servant, sociology, spectacle. Norm, certificate, vice, knot, rubber, asteroid, syndrome, detention, distress, ignition, esteem. Hospitality, legacy, sane, doubtful, favorable, generous, hollow, internal, interpersonal. Staple, tolerant, folk, furious, ironic, pale, pregnant, rewarding, sacred, terrific. Abridged, dull, faint, irresponsible, notorious, recurrent. Irresistible, binding, dejected, fictitious. Gracious, upcoming, abundant. あと100。あと100きた。よし、終わらしちゃおう。Grind, archive, devise, precede, horrify, lodge, mediate, mingle, perspire, concede, hinder, waver, formulate, exalt, rebound, gratify, pledge, fasten, rely, 違うな、relay, align, ascend, gaze, adore, chill, curve, deflate, detach, enclose, fetch, proclaim, forge, outburst, dimension, swarm, sickle, artifact, mercy, successor. Triumph, close, analogy, downfall, fusion, fracture, menace, setback, empathy, tumble. Diameter, momentum, troop, pharmacy, nightmare, slope, glacier, grief, misery, accent. Ambassador, autopsy, blast, courtesy, deed, discourse. impulse, jar, sibling, enthusiasm, treasure, horizontal, indefinite, vulgar, resilient, aquatic, insistent, frantic, deceptive, illogical, elaborate, mellow, boundless, cordial, seasonal, spur, swift, cumulative, savage, admirable, informative, proportional, simultaneous, static, uneasy, unequal, autonomous, bold, pessimistic, repetitive, respiratory, coherent. よっしゃー OK。 まあ熟語はちょっとやりませんが単語は OK です。疲れたー。最後読みにくい。よしよし。 疲れた。ラストどうしますか？パスタ1球。とりあえず出だしだけやってみるか。ダメだったら諦めりゃいいからね。とりあえずスタートさせることが大事っつうことでいきますか。サムネ変えます。いけるとこまで。よっしゃ。ゆっくり行きましょう。急がずゆっくり発音して行けるとこまで行こう。よし、じゃあパスタンいきます。claim, project, expand, address, detect, evolve, guarantee, implement, whether, justify, convict, prioritize, rebel, fuel, sustain, portray, manipulate, stimulate, integrate, undergo, diagnose, enforce, abuse, dismiss, migrate, contradict, plague, complex, congress, antibiotic, amendment, diversity, plot, advocate, trait, perspective, stem, component, balance, inmate, extinction, proponent, uprising, perception, habitat, bias, microbe, archaeologist, mutation, attribute, nanoparticle, regime, algorithm, vet, dispute, migration, laborer, prohibition, reservoir, founder, inhabitant, commitment, rebellion, capitalism, crack, hydrogen, slavery, warfare, criterion, asset, conviction, corruption, legacy, offender, propaganda, republic, telescope, humanity, immunization, islander, vent, incentive, prosecutor, potential, indigenous, enormous, widespread, inevitable, extinct, electoral, subsequent, controversial, disruptive, robotic, toxic, domesticated, left-wing, ultimately, initially, genetically. Cast, supplement, outweigh, implant, enhance, devise, contend, execute, undermine, administer, suspend, seize, assault, lobby, torture, envision, govern, reconsider. Enzyme, faculty, predator, execution, implication, interpretation, extent, pyramid, midwife, hypothesis, canal, communism, compensation, consideration, corpse, environmentalist, nationalist, offspring, variation, veteran, eyewitness, tactic, altruism, pesticide, commodity, accusation, density, mantle, homeopathy, obstetrician, detection, parasite, thesis, coverage, resurrection, molecule, sway, activist, certification, complication, consensus, hostage, innocence, journalism, landlord, lava, playwright, relief, representation, senator. Toxin, capital, irradiation, vulnerable, contemporary, crucial, forensic, colonial, magnetic, naval, societal, so-called, sophisticated, sustainable, archaeological, diplomatic, literary, Catholic, right-wing, dominant, infectious, legitimate, tremendous, cognitive, critical, architectural, influential, joint, pharmaceutical, ironically, inevitably, consequently, underestimate, trigger, diminish, reinforce, abolish, exonerate, perish, hold, extract, decay, resume, cultivate, depict, entitle, lease, oversee, regain, comprise, dismantle, infer, deploy, ignite, methane, rodent, enforcement, peer, forgery, agenda, contamination, composition, constituent, counselor, coup, glue, philosopher, psychiatrist, socialist, specification, stimulus, stockpile, watershed, mortality, premium, myriad, phase, tenure, quota, assessment, intervention, alliance, projection, scheme, bid, brutality, conquest, contractor, correction, crust, hostility, imprisonment, initiative, injection, manipulation, mate, morality, reliance, sensitivity, sentiment, severity, variant, workload, fireplace, gunpowder, painkiller, zoology, steak, pricey, cellular, considerable, gifted, present day, illicit, compelling, skeptical, authentic, inherent, ethical, irrational, decent, civic, psychiatric, racial, sympathetic, volcanic, appealing, decisive, fundamentally, interestingly, simultaneously, solely. 300. Transmit, retain, embrace, allocate, expire, inhibit, gamble, finalize, hail, overthrow, resurrect, discriminate, resonate, harness, suppress, drain, usher, exploit, pitch, slaughter, enact, deter, surveillance, mosaic, conspirator, influx, fraction, expertise, diagnosis, utility, collision, collision, adaption, attorney, biodiversity, captivity, carrier, catering. Cement, commander, coordination, deterioration, discomfort, ethic, herd, implementation, intent, pathogen, pension, portrait, prosecution, qualification, relevance, reproduction, sediment, sociologist, spacecraft, terrorism. Cornerstone, janitor, neuroscientist, paleontologist, reductionism, screening, senescence, catalyst, blight, debris, cavity, liaison, defect, incarnation, counterfeit, validity, equivalent, mandatory, conventional, constitutional, accountable, administrative, collective, congressional, explosive, incomplete, socio-economic, territorial, underwater, unrealistic, negligible, overwhelming, unethical, adverse, disparate, profound, hostile, judicial, consistently, surely, subsequently, substantially. よし、400 divert, uncover, unearth, collaborate, flourish, certify, flee, grab, revolt, industrialize, rehabilitate, repress, forge, mount, wage, prevail, verify, accelerate, disrupt. Subordinate, concussion, tumor, irrigation, bribery, auditorium, niche, drawback, combustion, autism, acceptance, ammunition, artillery, carbohydrate, chain, chimney, coefficient, conception, congressman, clergy, cultivation, dictatorship, diplomacy, emergence, episode, fraction, guilt, hatred, hierarchy, indication, insistence, kitten, mileage, militia 違うな、いいのか militia, missile, prediction, radar, rehabilitation, reptile, spectrum, textile, transformation, transparency, turbine, urbanization, world, gentrification, populace, pronoun, heritage, hygiene, harming, conscience, specimen, preservation, venue, unprecedented, innate, staunch, agrarian, juvenile, cautious, charitable, evident, hazardous, progressive, revolutionary, complementary, convincing, depressed, philanthropic, Protestant, real life, comprehensive, anonymous, indispensable, transparent, diverse, overly, internationally, mistakenly, 500。よし。なんだかんだもう2時間か。500か。全部で2100あんだよな。行けるとこまで行こう。この4倍か。あと1600。resent, devastate, provoke, hedge, enlighten, emulate, denounce, disperse, alienate, squander, discard, hamper, wave, defy, ambush, obliterate, succeed, slash, mutate, decimate, condemn, correlate, descend, imprison, inflict 違うな inflict relay 違うな rally reassure scalp かいやーよし ratio patent fraud massacre credibility demise clout resurgence cortex cognition accountability, acquisition, acre, aggression, assertion, authenticity, booth, broadcaster, bird, canopy, carriage, clash, complexity, consciousness, deception, defendant, diplomat, fluctuation, governor, guerrilla, honesty, inheritance, injustice, lag, linguistics, margin, optimism, parliament, policymaker, pollen, reconstruction, relocation, plausible, irrelevant, ongoing, patent, intact, identical, paramount, detrimental, gullible, integral, outright, feasible, vicious, lethal, neutral, mundane, climatic, facial, humanitarian, incompetent, insane, microscopic, missionary, monetary, physiological, privileged, aggressively, considerably, exclusively, readily よし600 spark escalate obese 違う obsess real refill outnumber eclipse hatch, thrive, contaminate, displace, precede, prescribe, subsidize, amend, replicate, deteriorate, hinder, excel, exert, concede, spur, exacerbate, invoke, encompass, evaporate, override, renovation, repression, revision, scarcity, scenario, scope, sponsorship, subsidy, tank, taxpayer, terror, transition, accident, うわーむずい。なんだこれ。acidification, acidification, acid から来てんのか。acidification, clone, genetist, logistics, nanotechnology, orphan, photosynthesis, proclamation, reimbursement, subtitle, surcharge, trade-off, vocalization, x-ray, contradiction, recession, immunity, array, latitude, gravity, prestige, coincidence, intake, surplus, bibliography, ballot, outrage, jurier, restoration, conversion, autonomy, onset, disparity, devastation, havoc, spectacular, unintended, anti-war, entrenched, high intensity, lasting, prehistoric, staggering, transgender, working class, corrupt, drastic, lucrative. Adequate, scarce, distinct, eligible, pedestrian, exclusive, notable, confidential, overdue, respiratory, edible, supposedly, solely. おっしゃー、なんだかんだ。デルド、OK。よし。700個終わったのか。まあ完走を目指すけど、とりあえず目の前の100個終わらせていくことですね。よし。700個 OK でしょ。ってことはあと1400。2時間経過、あと1400か。まあ1400考えると長いから、とりあえず100個だな。とりあえず100個。よし。elicit, entice, vindicate, substantiate, allay, placate, stifle, dwindle, rebuke, wreck, vie, ransack, revitalize, oust, skyrocket, overrun, relinquish, verify, huddle, reverberate, swerve, articulate, conserve, deepen, devise, dictate, differentiate, descent, inception, stigma, freight, turmoil, neutrality, sovereignty, dilemma, evaluation, expedition, ideology, peel, priest, warrior, archive, descendant, throng, genius, propensity, atrocity, succession, pretense, bounty, hunch, perpetrator, ailment, neologist, precipitation, foray, survey, clamor, adherence, allowance, arthritis, astronomer, breeder, causality, censorship, clarity, confederate, confession, conjunction, consultation, contributor, covenant, doctrine, dwindling, enclosure, excavation, exploitation, firearm, forefront, generosity, genre, prolific, dissident, oral, illustrious, pinpoint, exorbitant, insurmountable, catastrophic, comparable, cosmetic, disastrous, freelance, ideological, inadvertently, admittedly, allegedly, extensively, firmly, albeit. いやー、立ちますか。Incline, intensify, lodge, mitigate, outlaw, render, supervise, chatter, conjure, cripple, culminate, foresee, lull, misunderstand, perpetuate, reign, appraise, ascribe, barge, incarcerate, overreact, overstate, penalize, hurdle, inspiration, instability, insulation, intern, lineup, loyalist, murderer, nobility, occurrence, perch. 絶対必要ねえし、パーチ。淡水魚の仲間。終わってる。practitioner, predecessor, pregnancy, privatization, progression, reactor, reflection, rain, resignation, revelation, revival, segment, spokesperson, standpoint, suit. 違う。sweet, superiority, suppression, tolerance, trench, ulcer, unity, upside, verb, veteran, worm, anomaly, containment, downside, plow, stakeholder, skeptic, methodology, academia か downfall, keystone, instrumental, invertebrate, investigative, martial, municipal, organizational, pointless, preferable, prosperous, reproductive, sane, selective, stark, strategic, thermal, astonishing, disproportionate, pagan, promising, resilient, voluntary, appalling, far-reaching, harlong, grassroots, long-standing, ideally, individually, inherently, predominantly, remarkably. 900。よし。よし。はあ、ちょっと経って多少は気分転換になったか。 よっしゃ、じゃあまた読みますか。Postulate, evaluate, re-examine, reissue, revolutionize, segregate, derive, intervene, elaborate, uphold, entrust, entail, induce, expel, soar, enroll, surpass, merge, intrigue, penetrate, inject, erupt, commence, specify, tackle, instigate, excavate, alleviate, shun, evade, recur, bestow, obstruct, instill, ensue, stabilize, dub, revenge, 違うな ravage, impede, disdain, incite, extol, burgeon, penitentiary, penitentiary, psychopathy, ringleader, zooplankton, feet, recipient, duration, remedy, plight, surge, artifact, disposal, deficit, deduction, entrepreneur, monopoly, transaction, setback, mortgage, patriot, legislature, inflammation, toll, sanitation, captivate. 違う。captive、triumph、全単語帳に出てきた。ターゲット、パスタン順1、そして1級。triumph、backlash、hub、vicinity、longevity、entity、oversight、expenditure、embargo、confinement、over the counter、sugary、intrinsic、subtle、susceptible、epidemic、communal、conspicuous、medieval、explicit、formidable、rash、barren、chaotic、contradictory、rigorous、immaculate、robust、treacherous、devious、virtually、narrowly。いやー、1000。とりあえず1000。あと半分ぐらいか。いやー、1000いった。あと1100。あと1100か。半分。ああ。とりあえず目薬して、いや1100考えるときついな。目先の100、目先の100だ。よし。 よし、まあいきますか。Incense, appease, encroach, deviate, disband, eradicate, gloat, engender, implicate, fumble, exemplify, brandish, endow, eschew, hypothesize か。consecrate, downplay, hold, assemble. ゆっくり読もう。dissolve, flock, simplify, propagate, route, succumb, revert, reciprocate, relegate, supplant. lament, exasperate, tenant, perimeter, jurisdiction, precursor, prevalence, referendum, velocity, leverage, fugitive, hoax, conglomerate, echelon, aversion, deportation, conjecture, deluge, hindrance. clique, condolence, amenity, complacency, charlatan, felony, anesthetic, persecution, basin, chaos. formula, holder, liberty, mankind, modernization, questionnaire, stroke, tomb, morsel, maneuver, intricate, pertinent, rampant, void, volatile, caustic, candid, avid, apathetic, erroneous, buoyant, gregarious, circumstantial, frivolous, idyllic, fervent, diminutive, euphoric, fastidious,ね。adjunct, frigid, cynical, insufficient, swift, tolerant, menial, lethargic, momentous, irascible, intriguing, inveterate, statistically, 100、あと1000。よし。ratify, perpetrate, nudge, revamp, reinstate, tester, stunt, negate, smear, splurge, anchor, bypass, deem, multiply, trim, envelope, hasten, preside. 疲れてきた。transgression, stalemate, onslaught, solace, pretext, upstart, quirk, respite, pollination, pinnacle, reparation, abolition, admiration, aftermath, anonymity, anthropology, antibody, bulk, cathedral, caution. confirmation, contention, cruelty, cue, debut, determination, deterrent, dominance, editorial, endorsement, excursion, extremist, frustration, glare, gunpowder, homicide, imagery, interrogation, lecturer, legislator, liberation, lieutenant, mandate, mandate だな。maternity, membrance, memorial, merger, mob, monarchy, ulterior, superfluous, sporadic, omniscient, squirmish, sluggish, poignant, predatory, verbose, onerous, abusive, acidic, advantageous, advisory, aquatic, capitalist, charismatic, cooperative, definitive, diagnostic, distinctive, doctoral, eventual, foremost, heroic, hierarchical, humane, incoming, infamous, insignificant, interactive, marginal, managerial, disparately. 1200。あと3桁。あと900。ここまでいくと終わらせたい気持ちと、まあいいかなって気持ちの微妙なとこだな。あと900か。とりあえず100。とりあえず200だな。デルと B は終わらせたいから、とりあえず200。おし。So, omit, assuage, cede, coalesce, divulge, domesticate, douse, enchant, impeach, infringe, maim, misinterpret, outstrip, overemphasize, redirect, regress, reunify, sequester, solidify, venerate, protocol, raid, regeneration, reign, retailer, rhetoric, Senate, shipment, shortcoming, shrub, skepticism, sophistication, strand, synthesis, taxation, tenant, throne, transcript, vacuum, vulnerability, addictive, billionaire, Christianity, clot, condominium, dealership, foe, fundraising, insurgency, nausea, patriotism, replica, squeak, vaccination, winkle, migrant, accolade, bigotry, vulgar, bioproduct, conservationist, consternation, criminality, multicultural, multinational, nasty, optimal, organized, parliamentary, pivotal, post-war,読めない。prestigious, residual やべえ、ちょっと待って。residual, tangible, tribal, unavoidable, vertical, viable, virgin, weary, delinquent, frustrating, immoral, inspiring, interstate, misleading, qualified, slack, unconstitutional, unilateral, autonomous, arid, asexual, astounding, benevolent, canine, cardiopulmotor ムカつくカーディオであれだろ、心臓だろ。パルマナリー、心肺のカーディオパルマナリー、コンシェンシャス、ラジカリー。いやーつらい。1300読みにくいのちょっと多かったな。体勢変えて、なんとか行きたいね。persist, undertake, confiscate, mark, epitomize, expedite, facilitate, disseminate, collaborate, curb, oppress, retard, avert, curtail, dean, circumvent, dissect, renounce, cajole, blur, dispatch, dissuade, demolish, traverse, veto, linger, replenish, disparage, stray, accentuate. 足伸ばしたい。ちょっと足伸ばしまして、楽になった。retort, encapsulate, excavate, monastery, obedience, occupant, offense, orchard, patron, petroleum, pigment, placebo, probability, proliferation, detachment, diarrhea, diorama, enactment, exaggeration, figment, hallucination, incision, kickback, linguist, litany, measle, microcredit, obsolence, omnivore, outlay, overuse, realtor, relapse, reverence, revitalization, sustenance, zoologist, diagnose, disguise, privilege, breakthrough, endowment, verdict, momentum, gravity, precedent, morale, culprit, habitable, human-like, innumerable, involuntary, irrefutable, itchy, long-standing, measurable, nebulous, nomadic, paradoxical, rebellious, reductionist, reliant, self-centered, self-employed, saggy, subservient, taxonomic, unbiased, unproductive, dense. おし、デルと B 終わった。あと700。よしよしよしよしよしよし。あと700。Deframe, contemplate, adorn, deflect, emphasize, embezzle, empower, mar, pledge, assimilate, reap, saturate, simulate, amplify, permeate, reside, withhold, shatter, diversify, capitulate, augment, acclaim, prosecute, anoint, lurk, agitate, accost, bridle, tack, agility, allure, affinity, hype, benchmark, integration, label, annotation, asylum, efficacy, acrimony, ordinance, discrepancy, hazard, predicament, blunder, rubble, exodus, menace, curfew, cinch, depiction, ordeal, incidence, pageant, parameter, cramp, limb, dissolution. Difference, advent, dividend, connotation, ebb, primate, conspiracy, bankruptcy, imposition, absurdity, apathy, ailment, annihilation, altruistic, defunct, ubiquitous, covert, clandestine, austere, exquisite 違うねいいんか exquisite, affluent か ambivalent, adapt, belligerent, aloof, endemic, pervasive, defendant, dilapidated, pristine, physical, auspicious, partified, elusive, docile, pragmatic, salient, oblivious, addictive, amenable, astute, blatantly. 1500 あと何個だっけあと600 baffle, embroil, enumerate, recede, plead, clamp, tangle, beguile, dissipate, strive, taunt 違うな taunt, confer, insulate, liquidate, meander, inculcate, galvanize, garner, flaunt, forfeit, loophole, compunction, compliance, boon, lure, clemency, integrity, verification, threshold, multitude, configuration, diameter, nucleus, proposition, icon, charade, catastrophe, calamity. 腹減ってきたよ。腹減ったよ。expulsion, extermination, legitimacy, condemnation, retaliation, discontent, demolition, detriment, solidarity, monarch, blemish, brink, dynasty, tyranny, decoy, segregation, diatribe, gadget, fiasco. from bleak, perennial, imperative, inanimate, decrepit, 違う、decrepit, receptive, copious, intimate, capricious, confrontational, stern, coarse, obscure, stale, stationary, countless, commonplace, mediocre, opaque, disciplinary, bereaved, dialect, cohesive, carnivorous, prolonged, exempt, differential, despondent, incremental, cumulative, superficial, murky, cerebral. うおー、日本語が入ってこない。demure, sleek, exuberant, frenetic, fraudulent, full-fledged, drastically, disproportionately, 1600。ちょっともう一回体勢ね変えまして、よっしゃ、あと500。ゴール見えてきた。あと500はいけると思う。ちょっと一発コメント打っとこう。デルド B はもうとっくに OK で、あと500。2時間半ターゲットで1900やって、パス単純1級で単語のとこだけだから1600やって、で今パス単1級3冊目で2100個で、あと500。長かった。終わってないけど。全部で5600単語か。いけそうでいけないような。あと500。2時間35分でしょ。あと25分。あと25分で終わるでしょう。よし。Inaugurate, rectify, implore, master, recuperate, validate, modify, modulate, subjugate, torment, rebuff, reprimand, ostracize, revoke, heave, wrench, tally, tout, veer, rinse, procure, score, predominate, suffocate, smother, smuggle, hibernate, loom, rumble, topple, jostle, resuscitate, large, rankle, plunder, extricate, null, foment, gist, viability, requisite, prerequisite, pandit, recruit, recurse, prodigy, offshoot, perk, prognosis, penchant, grievance, mayhem, impediment, hustle, vandalism, reprisal, upheaval, quandary, ramification. Tantrum, process, matrimony, lineage, obscurity, marriage, pendulum, rendition, milestone, resurrection. 違う。Insurrection, manifest, tantamount, impervious, inept, meticulous, impeccable, intangible, inquisitive, resplendent, tenacious, morbid, tepid, hygienic, palatable, innocuous, insular, uncouth, sambar, sedentary, nonchalant, stagnant, propitious, placid, gallant, extraterrestrial, incongruous, insipid, indelible, heinous, indignant, furtive, haphazardly. おっしゃ、あと400。あと400。Paralyze, reprieve, rescind, scar, pervade, prod, sojourn, hurry, procrastinate, inundate, charcoal, nurture, orient, propel, stitch, tilt, tumble, abduct, despise, porter, salvage, wade, wine, filch, flinch, fray, trudge, twitch, deluge, delude, demoralize. もう一回座るか。よし。はあ、気分転換に立ち音読で多少稼いだぞ。あとちょい。Eavesdrop, embellish, imbue, posty, rapport, outcry, premonition, renunciation, prophecy, vestige, periphery, sabotage, shackle, spree, zeal, allegiance, aspiration, awe, backdrop, bureaucrat, collateral, complexion, crackdown, curator, groove, inclination, nuisance, outskirts, premise, retention, legion, remnant, trajectory, archipelago, remorse, resilience, waiver, visual, petulant, quaint, sparse, vulnerable, state of the art, preemptive, prodigious, solve, untenable, presumptuous, pernicious, pungent, languid, sullen, subversive, malleable, placid, upscale, obtrusive, opulent, elastic, equitable, generic, interim, ludicrous, marginal, overt, turbulent, anecdotal, luminous, melancholy, normally, nominally。あと300。しゃあ。ゴール見えた。理想を言うと、テンポよくね、スムーズにいきたいけど、もう最後ダメだな。いや一定のテンポで読むのが疲れないけどな。もうこっからは根性だな。impel, lubricate, nibble, polarize, pounce, retaliate, rummage, spearhead, typify, prowl, retract, ruffle, detest, feign, fluctuate, meddle, pamper, peruse, pick, indoctrinate, orchestrate, fortify, bolster, exhort, coerce, dazzle, debank, surmise, retaliate。違うな。reiterate, enunciate, diffuse, barrate, abscond, broach, bask, wrath, antiseptic, attrition, bombardment, euphoria, futility, infatuation, inhalation, inhale が名詞になったんだよな。inhalation, labyrinth, reconnaissance, remittance, rendezvous, restitution, slur 腹が鳴りまくってる。strife, suitor, versatility, interlude, layman, stampede, repercussion, concession, hindsight, felicity, creed, farce, juncture, gimmick, caliber, allegory, ascension, bout, animosity, affront, barrage, blunt, audacious, colloquial, concerted, cumbersome, egregious, eminent, enigmatic, extraneous, inconspicuous, indulgent, crazy, repulsive, scruffy, contentious, inscrutable, exemplary, transient, latent, extrinsic, adamant, abject, adroit, arbitrary, benign, belatedly, cordially, exponentially, figuratively, vehemently. あと200。 quell, quench, debase, elude, refute, rebut, lambaste, purge, renege, thwart, dislodge, dawdle, encrypt, fetter, teeter, concoct, delve, tarnish, span, improvise, mesmerize, remit, redeem, congregate, censure, coax, astound, absolve, knock, jinx, omen, facet, consort, demeanor, eminence, elocution, decorum, fidelity, duplicity, indolence, conveyance, contraband, contingency, jest, misgiving, scruple, eulogy, homage, defiance, derision, fallacy, decree, dearth, conflagration, spillage, rampage, commotion, amenity, alacrity, abomination, caricature, calumniation, brawl, acquittal, stringent, meager, impending, frugal, obstinate, eccentric, ecstatic だ、そっちだ。ecstatic, precarious, deplorable, succinct, pandemic, scrupulous, erratic, derogatory, destitute, unscathed, flagrant, gluing, invincible, incessant, pandemic, perceptible, negligent, perfunctory, drobe, imprudent, gaudy, hereditary, deceased, laudable, conductive, conducive, banal, archaic, bountiful, assiduous, consummate, benevolently. よし、あと100きた。あと100きた。マジで長かった。3時間かかんのか、だいたい。こっからはもうウイニングランですね。長かった。長かった。rejuvenate, immigrate, redress, drench, repel, jeer, sneer, dispel, distant, evict, deprecate, deface, emblazon, transpose, incriminate, engulf, waver, surmount, mortify, poach, guzzle, dangle, incapacitate, donate, evoke, grapple, antagonize, deduce, levitate, abjugate, litigate, infiltrate, rationale, gauge, paragon, platitude, tinge, travesty, infirmity, graft, delusion, dissertation, innuendo, foliage, luminary, remuneration, gradient, disposition, idiosyncrasy, ingenuity, veracity, deity, plagiarism, semblance, protrusion。いやー、口回んね。あと50。Valiant, reclusive, flimsy, obsequious, lackluster, lurid。もうアクセントダメだな。もうごちゃごちゃだ。shrewd, inclement, facetious, implicit, garbled, vicarious, tentative, dormant, emphatic, irresolute, irate, personable, efficacious, urban, submissive, jubilant, devout, optimum, ingenious, unruly, malevolent, haughty, arcane, fallible, tolerate, devoid, dairy, lax, disheveled, rudimentary, impulsive, reticent, lanky, succulent, paltry, bucolic, lavish, exponential, irreparably。 しゃー OK しゃー全部切った嬉しい。ありがとうございました。こちらちょうど3時間でターゲットの1900個の単語とパスタン準1級の1600個の単語とパスタン1級の2100個の単語音読全部しました。お疲れ様でした。やったー。まあちょうどしかも4時か、ちょうど朝4時ですね。朝風呂行きたい。このまま朝温泉行きたいです。よーししゃあまあ生徒さんにはね、とにかく今生徒さんと、ターゲットやってる、受験生高校生と、準1級やってる高校生中学生もいるか、あと社会人でパスタンね1級やってる高校生と社会人、いるんですが、自分自身教えてる手前、単語音読、とにかく単語ガンガン音読して覚えやすいのから覚えようってことでやってるので、僕自身もね、生徒に負けず単語音読ガンガン入れて、僕の場合は一回しっかり全部覚えてるので、覚えるっていうよりは思い出すということで、そういう目的で全部ね、5500個ぐらいかな、今全部読みました。Thank you very much. So point is, in order to learn vocabulary, I think that the read vocabulary aloud is one of the efficient way or a quick way to be accustomed to the words list on your textbooks. So of course, in order to memorize the words meanings, you have to check the sentences and also phrases and also the Japanese meanings. But for quick, how can I say? Quick glance might be effective to check all of the entire vocabulary list from A to Z. So once you memorize certain words and meanings, just let's review by reading aloud one by one, words by words ですね。よし。 一回覚えちゃったら、覚えるまで大変だけど覚えちゃったら、とにかく一気にガーッと単語音読して思い出すと。それで完璧主義になる必要ないので、100% 目指すと辛いので、覚えやすいのから覚えて、あとは全体を音読しながら、7割、8割目指していくと、また7割、8割キープできればいいと思います。ということで、ありがとうございました。また自分自身、チャレンジ系の配信ですね。もう単語を一気に音読するとか、例文音読もしたいので、例文帳も3冊あるし、あとコロケーションですね。フレーズ音読もしたいので、コロケーションは4冊かなあるので、今日は単語ということで、単語音読一気にやっちゃいました。また、例文音読とか、あとは、フレーズ音読、あと長文集とかね、長文音読とか、チャレンジ系一気にとにかく読むぞ的なのやっていきたいと思います。ということで、ありがとうございました。一緒に今後ともまた英語頑張っていきましょう。失礼します。